Hello, this is Katie with Homeschool Chat, and today I'd like to talk about your day to day. We've gone through what you need to do to get curriculum. We've gone through a little bit of a schedule, like an overview, but now we're wanting to sustain you on your day to day for at least a quarter with some changes in between if need be. So, before I get into that, I want to talk to you about a couple of resources. One of the things that's very helpful is to have a guide of what your child should or would or will learn for that year. So, for instance, what a child learns in first grade, what a child learns in second grade, and so on. I have a couple of links, a couple of resources for you to look at. This first one I looked at very briefly, but I did look at it quite well. I didn't just, peruse through it pretty well. And I agreed with everything that they said from what I read. And their review board is made up of mostly doctors, and their about section, they have an about section that tells about the whole site. The website for that, it's for K through 5, is verywellfamily.com, and we will put the link in the description of our video. The other thing I wanted to tell you, I'll get to high school in just a minute. I forgot. Well, I'll think of it later. So for high school, there are requirements for each state, and you can look those up online as well. You are going to want to search for high school requirements for, and then whatever your state is, like for Washington State, for Tennessee, for Texas, whatever. For Washington State, the website is sb as in boy e.wa.gov, and we'll put that link in our description. Let's see. Let's start talking about day to day. I'm going to go over some things that I've already gone over before, but they're really important. So I also have a lot of notes, so I'm going to try really hard to not just read my notes. But what needs to happen is a plan that works for you. So you need a schedule that's going to work for you, and it's going to work for your children. So you have things that you have to do at certain times, and sometimes your children have extracurricular activities. They need to be at certain places at certain times. So let's go over some questions for you to consider. When do you, as a teacher, parent, wake up? You're going to want your child to have classes after you wake up. Now, there are exceptions. If you have a child that wakes up really early and they're very, they'll do it, then you can start your child by watching educational TV show or something like that while you're getting ready, while you're getting the school day ready, that kind of thing. But when do you wake up? And then school starts, in theory, after that. Then what is your personality? And you need to really consider this. And I'm going to go over some different personality types. Are you serious? Are you responsible? Are you organized? Are you easygoing? Do you only want to do it if it's fun? Are you artsy? Are you creative? Are you musical? Are you analytical? Are you a deep thinker? Are you hands-on? Whatever you said you are, you need your school schedule and your classroom plan to go along with who you are, or it's going to be hard to be successful, because you're going to have to make yourself be something that you're not. And right now, I think I want to address the musical one. If you are super musical, there are songs that you can make up to help your children memorize things. There's ways to learn musically, and I think you know that. So consider all of that. It's very important. All right. The other thing is when you're grading papers, that also needs to go with your personality. Now, there are some things that your child will do a sheet, and then you will correct each thing on the sheet, each point on the sheet, each question on the sheet. But as a whole, know who you are and how you want to grade. So if you do not like grading, there are some options. And we're talking about, let's say you have 6 kids and everyone goes through the book, answers 20 questions, and then maybe takes a test in every single subject. And then you're grading after your children are done with school. And there are ways to do this. The first thing is you can actually grade right after you finish the sheet. Now, if you are teaching 6 children, then you're going to have to do this on an individual basis because you're basically the tutorial instructor. If you understand what I mean, you're going to be one-on-one with each child. But there are ways that you can get away from that for a little bit to help with your workload. So if you do not like grading, there are some options. One is hands-on, so kits, things like that. Field trips, apps that will grade for you, like teaching textbooks. Then also projects. And there are 3 subjects that I thought of that work well for projects. Language arts, because you can have your child write. And of course, you can't do that all of the time. You have to teach your child and correct some papers also. And then there's science. Of course, you can buy a whole kit for chemistry. You can buy a kit for physics. And history, you can have writing projects or oral report projects for history. You can also do art projects that make your child write the answers to the questions in your art project. So there are different ways to make it easier for you as a teacher. Let's see. Start after you wake up and get ready. Sometimes you can have the child watch an educational TV show or work on a workbook or color if you want to while you're getting ready. Structure your day around your necessary habits. For instance, lunch, certain classes that, certain chores that the teacher and you as the parent and the teacher have to do. You can structure certain classes to be self-guided. Educational TV shows, workbooks, art class, educational game, school project your child can do on his or her own. They can work on that while you're doing chores. And then this allows you as the teacher to do chores or to correct papers. Define how long your school day is going to be, and it can be different every single day based upon what your schedule is as a family. And sometimes, kids have there's a lot of kids with a lot of extracurricular activities, so you schedule your day around that. And then also what I usually do is when I plan my quarter, I plan which classes are going to be one-on-one classes. They're going to be tutorial classes. They're going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? You stand up as a teacher anyway. And those classes, I look at my schedule and I think, well, this child can work on this, and while I am going over this class that I need to teach one-on-one. Most importantly, keep tabs on your kids. So know exactly what they're doing and check to make sure that your child is learning or doing what you need them to do each day. So there's a big difference between kids. Some kids are very good at doing what they've been told and asking questions and things like that, and other kids just won't. They just won't do it at all. And some kids will say they're doing it, but they don't. Let's see. I plan one schedule per season because we live in the country and I'm outside a lot when it gets warm. Your kids can help you also. You can develop your schedule around this. Your kids can help you make lunch and help you to do the chores. And for farmers, your kids can help you harvest. They can help you lamb. They can help you calve, whatever's needed. But this is super important. Do not slack on their learning requirements. Be kind and prepare your children for life and for college. Public school has students learning about 120 days a year. So that gives you an idea of how much actual classroom time your child needs. But you want to prepare your kid for life. And if things happen, if you have a surgery and it takes you 6 months to get over, you can change your plan a little bit after you are now, up and running. Things happen, but really prepare your kid for life. Prepare your kid for college. So this doing life and homeschooling thing is scary, but it's okay. You can do it. And just keep track of where your kid is at as far as their learning status, and you'll be fine. You'll readjust. You'll keep going. It'll be just fine. So that is about all I have for that. Now, I wanted to talk just a little bit about what's coming up. I am working on a website. I'm not very far at it yet. I'm not very far with it yet, but I will be soon, hopefully. And what I would like to do is I would like to provide some free things, some resources, as well as providing another way for you to access these YouTube shows. I have a few more plans for the website, and I'm just really excited about it. So I'll keep you updated with that and let you know when you can go visit it. So that's about all I have for today. Have a blessed day.